All right, everybody, welcome to Virtual Bourbon. My name is Steve Akley. We've got a fun event tonight. We are going to be trying Elijah Craig. We actually have 3 different offerings of this. And I think that this is a really important tasting. And I keep saying that because I feel like we were told when this went down. And here's the bottle of our 12-year-old we're trying. You know, they had the big red 12 on the front, and the bottles were nicknamed Clifford because they had the big red 12, like the big red dog, on the front. And you know, we went through a process of that 12, you know, going to the back. And they said, well, it was a room thing. It's not going away. It's just a room thing. Had to take that space for our labeling and then put it on the back. It won't leave there. You know, it's still 12-year-old age stated product. And then next thing you know, it gets dropped. And then we get told, don't worry, we blend to taste and we can put in a couple older barrels. We can give you the exact same taste, even though we're not putting a 12-year-old age stated on there. And, you know, I think that in the immediate aftermath of that, I don't think things change. And I think if you're smart, you play it out that way. You keep putting if I go to this bottle from that, if I go to this bottle and I'm saying it's not going to change any difference in the taste, I keep putting exactly what was in this bottle in there as people pick this up. So their initial reaction is, yeah, nothing's changed. I'd put 12-year-old, don't put the age statement on there, put the 12-year-old in there. And you know, make sure that that's, you know, people are getting the exact same experience, aren't blasting you and say, hey, it went away, it tastes totally different, and say, you know, we're blending it to the same. So I don't know if that's the case or they actually have that ability. They have good blenders that can do that. But so we've got 3 offerings that we're going to be going through today. One's kind of thrown in there as a bit of a red herring. So if you like that old mystery books and things like that, they like to put in a red herring, something that might throw you off. So we've got the 12-year-old age stated in there. And then we have the regular Elijah Craig, which was purchased actually in 2020, not 2021, but the modern version of Elijah Craig. And then just for fun, I threw in a barrel pick that I was involved in a barrel pick with Total Wine. So they're all the exact same proof and everything like that. So there's going to be no difference of, you obviously know this one's, you know, different. They're all 94 proof. So really the only difference, if there is a difference, will be one's a single barrel, and we may or may not be able to detect that as we go through and drink it. And the other 2 are naturally blended Elijah Craig products. So if they've done what they've told us they're going to do, 2 out of 3 of these should taste exactly alike. The single barrel, should be taste a little bit differently, but again, on purpose. So we're going to do, it's all blind. We don't know. You just A, B, and C, just as I sent it to you. We won't go through this till the end. We will tell you at the end, though, what is what, and it'll be fun. I do know, so I'm the only one not going through a blind tasting, so I won't vote or anything like that. This is going to be up to you guys to go through and pick, you know, what is your favorite. So how we'll do this is we'll go through and we'll taste each one individually. We'll work as a team going through nosing and tasting notes on A, then on B, and then on C, and then we'll go back one more time because sometimes we find that air does change it a little bit. We might want to taste one more time, go back through A, B, and C. Then I'll give you guys just a little bit of time to work on your own independently. You can taste all 3. So you want to save as we go through these. You don't want to drink the whole thing. You want to save a little bit because you're going to go back and revisit several times. So I'll give you that one last time to go through, and then I'll have you rank them. You know, what's your favorite? That'd be number 1's your favorite, number 2 is second favorite, 3 is third favorite. So, and with that, I'll keep track of a little scoring sheet that I've got, and we will then declare what is the favorite and second favorite and third favorite. We'll see where that falls out. If they're very close, it's feel like they've done a good job. If there's a runaway that there's number 1 and it's one of the age or non-age stated, it's going to be interesting. So that's what we're tasked with tonight. Let's start out with A. Let's go ahead and pour that one. It's our first one here. Go ahead and taste that on the nose. What are any thoughts as you start nosing this one?
Burnt brown sugar.
Burnt brown sugar. Very good. Very good.
Pepper.
Pepper. Okay. Yes. Yep.
Steve, can you tell me what the single barrel age is? The barrel pick?
Barrel pick. Let me see. It's not the barrel pick. Here's the barrel pick. I don't think it says that on there unless there's. I do not remember. It does not say, it's not stated on there. Sorry, Barry. It just has, it has the barrel number, the rick house, and the floor, but that's it. It's not age stated at all. And I don't remember. I was on the pick, but that's been a while ago. I do not remember. So,
You probably tasted a lot of different barrels, right?
It's true. Yes.
Yeah. This has a good nose. I like this one. I think that it has some. I've nosed all of them, so this one has a little bit more unique flavor profiles that I'm picking up on. But it definitely has the typical vanilla and toasted notes, but this one has some effervescence on it, on the nose, that is a little bit different.
Yeah. We say a little bit of smoke.
Yep.
A little bit.
A little bit of smoke. Okay.
Yep.
I kind of get that burnt brown sugar too.
Burnt brown sugar.
Or burnt caramel.
Yeah.
Need a little caramel. Nice brown sugar.
Oh, pepper cake.
Joel, how you doing? I didn't say hello when we started there. I don't know if I missed you or you just came in a little after.
How you doing? I came in just a tad bit late, just got off from work. So
Gotcha.
Trying to rush and get connected.
Good. Well, glad you're here. And we're just running through these. We're on A now. So just nosing it. All right. Let's try to take a taste and see what we think. Nose is good. It's complex. We got a bunch of different nosing notes. So let's see what we got on the taste. Yeah, that's good. That's
getting a lot of creaminess, some rum, almost like a bit of a rummy note.
Yeah.
I get some of the smoke on the taste.
On the taste, a little
that
smoke
they
on
got
the
on the
taste.
nose,
Yeah, I think this one's been in the barrel a little bit longer than what you typically see.
It's pretty complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot going on there.
There's a lot.
Barry, what made you say you think it's been in the barrel longer? Like, what was the indicator for that?
I think for me, I'm getting, someone already said you're getting the barrel char, the toasted notes. You just really taste that barrel on it. So for me, when I look at the color, the color number 2 is a little bit deeper color than number 1, but the complexity on the nose and then that initial mouthfeel said barrel, said toast. It said char.
Yeah, it's got a really silky mouthfeel to it.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
It's definitely got that. Some savory notes, obviously some spice to it too.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's mature. It definitely is mature.
Casey, what are you thinking as you taste this first one?
Yeah, so I get, it's got a great sweetness to it. It's really got those notes of vanilla and the caramel. I got a little bit almost like a rum barrel kind of taste to it. But yeah, that mouthfeel is really standout, really silky and smooth.
Yeah, that is good. Mr. Legend, I'll jump up to you. What are your thoughts as you taste this first one of our 3 that will be?
I'll go along with the, a lot of caramel and vanilla. It's got a great mouthfeel. Solid.
Solid. This one is definitely solid. It's got a nice finish to it too. It stays with you. It feels like it warms you all the way down and just kind of stays with you too. It just keeps going. It just kind of, we've got a pick coming up we call Butterscotch Glow, because it has that where it has a warmth that is like a glow. And I feel like this one's got it too. Chris, what are your thoughts?
I'm going along with the rest, honestly. I like it's not a real heavy mouthfeel, but it is silky, kind of smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely getting the same notes with the caramel vanilla. And so my palate is just starting to come back. Unfortunately, Kyle and I both suffered from loss of taste and smell due to COVID a few months ago.
Gotcha.
We're just starting to gotta get it back.
You're starting to come back. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's very frustrating though. So.
Yeah.
But I am picking up on that for sure.
Okay.
I do like it though, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Yep. Kyle, well, have you jump in too. You're dealing with the same thing here, but where are you at on tasting on this one?
Well, Chris is far more advanced in the bourbon world than I. So I'm still kind of trying to learn and listen here, but similar to the nose, a little bit of vanilla as well on the taste.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. If you taste something, it's what you taste. And there's never any wrong answers here. This is for sure. Yeah. It's a quiz you can't get wrong. So it's nice.
Whatever your palate likes, right?
So if I would have said popcorn and Taco Bell, you would have said good answer, Kyle.
Yeah, I would have said he's crazy, but that's what he tastes. I was like, what do you have for dinner? He's like, I had Taco Bell and popcorn, actually. Mr. Bill, how about you? What do you think of this first one?
Really like it. Not sure how to describe everything, but my first thought when I noticed it was, they're barrel,
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Okay. Rob, you're usually good at this stuff. What are you getting on the taste?
So it's sort of a creamy caramel, like almost like flan, the dessert. It's just sort of reminding me of that, where it's sort of that creaminess, but also with that kind of layer of caramel just over it. And it's just really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Really, really nice mouthfeel and flavor's great. Fred, all right, everybody, it's like when if you're as old as I am, remember those E.F. Hutton commercials. So when Fred talks, we listen because he got picked by Buffalo Trace. He works for Buffalo Trace to pick a barrel the employee pick. So that's a heck of an honor. So that'll be coming out pretty soon. And Fred's going to be got his own Buffalo Trace barrel that'll be coming out, which is so cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I got to tell you too, you're going to get the silky mouthfeel with that one too.
Okay. Yeah, I figured it's going to be good. I mean, there's no doubt. So yeah. So the plan is I'm going to get a bottle to drink, and I want to get an extra one so we can do an event like this. So we share it with friends who come in and participate in all these. You'll get to try whether you can make it to Buffalo Trace and get a bottle or not. You can at least try it. Is going to be the plan. So Fred, what did you think of this one as you taste our first selection here of the evening? What are your thoughts?
But it really impressed me, the initial.
How do we get out?
Is that a phone call coming in? Got a hot one coming in.
And real silky, and I get some of that spice, and I get some of that burnt brown sugar too in the taste.
Yeah. Yep.
But
let's check in with Quaid and Melissa and see what they think. What do you two think as you taste through this one?
Ladies first. I put down smoky, a tad of the caramel. I definitely, somebody had mentioned the barrel char, so I noticed that, and a little bit of spice. I thought the description of flan was kind of interesting. I mean, it does kind of have that like warm, like kind of cover. Yeah, but it's also kind of like the mouthfeel, the coverage. So I noticed that a bit too. But I notice as much, in some cases, as much of the burnt brown sugar as I think of it as more of like a spicy caramel.
Yeah, I agree. Got a little bit of the sweetness, got a little bite to it, a little spice, pepper kind of bite to it, but not overly what we call hot, where it's just you drink some that are just alcohol. You're like, oh, that's alcohol. No, it doesn't have that. It has the other flavors.
I never am a fan of that one. It's just kind of hot to be hot. I'm not a fan of those. Last one, check back in with Joel and see what he thought of this one before we move on.
Yeah, first thing I picked up definitely was the caramel, vanilla notes, a lot of the oak, with a little hint of that black pepper spice on it. So it was it was pretty tasty.
Okay. All right. Well, we will come back to that.
Very well balanced too, I noticed.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's pull B out, and we will come back to A. Like I said, we'll go through a little bit quicker. We just like to go back and see if anything's changed, just have a quick discussion. But we like to be thorough when we go through the first time for sure. B is next.
Much less of a nose.
Much less of a nose. Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Different, like
Smells like
banana-y a little bit.
Smells like glass of wine.
Maybe Nilla wafers. Those cookies that have a little bit of banana taste. Not overwhelming banana though.
Yeah, not nearly the nose as the first one.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah, a little more astringent.
Yeah.
Almost a little floral.
A little floral. Okay.
Yeah, more floral than sweet. I agree.
Yeah.
Is that a telltale sign?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Is this a telltale sign this may be a younger blend here?
Well,
just
we
based
don't
off the
know.
nose?
We don't know. I mean, you know, when you think of in the classic sense, the things that we're saying would say yes. We're doing this blind though, so we'll do our palate's correct. We got to see at the end. So during the big reveal, but yeah, the things you're saying are indicators that this might be a younger one, but we'll see. We also haven't tasted it, so let's give it a taste, and then we'll go through, talk to everybody about it, what they're getting on the taste, like we just did.
All right, Steve. Let me just say a little bit of note on the nose. For me, I'm getting some of those esters, and I don't want to say that it's a banana flavor. I'm getting a more mature flavor, you know, and I'm seeing a little bit deeper color of this one. And so, you know, I'm kind of going out there saying that this one is probably aged a little bit older, and, you know, just in the appearance and the nose only. So I haven't tasted it yet.
Okay. Okay.
I don't like that one.
And I picked up some of that spice in the nose when I breathed in pretty deep. Not as much as the first sample, but there was some of that in the second sample also.
Let's grab a taste and see what we got here.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of this one, and I think that this one has a longer finish.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. What Rob, what are you thinking on the taste on this particular one here?
It's a little bit lighter for me compared to the last one. It's sort of the same flavors, just muted a little bit. Not in a bad way, but I mean, it's just all the classic bourbon flavors right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Chris, what are you thinking on the taste?
Again, it's got a lighter mouthfeel to it for sure for me. But yeah, I'm picking up the usual classic bourbon flavors, the vanilla, the caramel. Does have a little longer finish, a little than the first one.
Okay.
Hey, what does that mean when you say longer finish?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So your finish is, you know, as you taste it, what happens? You know, does it stick with you? Does it, you know, just you drink it and it goes away quickly? So the finish is what you're putting into words, what's happening as you literally finish drinking that bourbon. So a longer finish would mean that, you know, the warmth stays with you. A shorter finish would be, you know, exactly what it sounds. And sometimes there's literally like no finish. You get some, maybe it's a lower proof or whatever. You drink it, just like there's nothing here. It doesn't finish at all. It's just you're just drinking it. So
yeah, and I think go ahead.
I just wanted to ask, so what happens on A? I noticed we say on the ta-ta, so like longer on that finish on the tongue. I noticed more flavor. This one though, the warmth stayed with me like mid-chest. So which one are you going to say in that case, what is the long finish? Because one had flavor and one had feeling, but it was different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I think you're looking for the flavor combined with the feeling. I think you're looking for the happy medium there with a one that is a good finish. So to state that you're getting a long lasting flavor in the on the tongue, but the warmth that kind of sits in the center of your chest doesn't sound like either have a real great finish in those two examples.
I vote for the first.
Barry, what were you going to say there? Sorry.
Well, a couple of different things. I think, you know, when you talk about a long finish, when someone says I'm getting creme brulee or I'm getting really baking spices or I'm getting this really pleasant burnt black sugar, or I'm sorry, brown sugar finish, it stays with you, you know, for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. That's a long finish. And yeah, Steve was talking about, you know, are you getting a sensory effect, or are you getting a numbing effect? A numbing effect where it's burning from all the way, the Kentucky hug. That's probably a high proof, as opposed to the spicy notes of pepper being a lower proof, but more rye on the flavor profile. So you know, two different things when you're talking about finish is, am I getting a numbing effect of it, higher proof, or am I getting just really great flavor profiles because it's a well-developed bourbon? You know, it has great corn, it's got a nice toasted and char finish on the barrel, and I'm getting that note that's just continuous. You know, so for me, this one, I want to say, you know, I'm already trying to categorize which one this is, and I'm not 100% sure, but I really enjoy the flavor. It's well balanced, and it for me it has a very pleasant mature flavor profile, but I'm not quite ready to say which one I think it is.
Okay. We will be asking that later, though. We'll be asking you to rank them your favorites, and then tell us what you think is the barrel pick, what you think is the 12-year-old age stated, and what you think is the non-age stated. So we'll get to that later. Joel, what are you thinking on this one as you taste it? What are your thoughts?
Definitely not as much caramel or vanilla on the nose as the first one. When I drank it, it didn't have that long, strong flavor that was just going to hug and just like stay in the upper part of my mouth here. It just kind of sat there, and once it started going down a little bit, then I started kind of getting a little hug a little bit. Believe it or not, I'm still feeling it. So it's definitely not a Stag Junior kind of hug, but
right.
Oh, no.
Which can be a mule kick.
A little longer.
Yeah,
that's not a hug.
that's the mule kick. So
yeah, but it was definitely personally, I prefer the first one, more flavorful, a little bit more in the oak. The second one's kind of meh, you know.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Fred, what are your thoughts?
The second one was more harsh than A, and it didn't have quite as much there. So, to me, there was a lot more flavor and everything with the A.
Okay.
I agree.
But I'm still feeling some of the finish. Some of that spice is still on my tongue, on both sides of my tongue.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Okay.
It's low on the tongue. It's like on the sides.
Yeah.
It's definitely not kind of like front and center. So
Exactly. Right.
But that leads to that longer, warmer, you know, less dominant flavor.
Yeah. It's a little bit drying too. It feels like kind of the back of my throat dries it out a little bit. So a different experience than the first one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Casey, how about you?
A lot of people. Fred did too.
Yeah. So on the nose, you know, I got that kind of light, those esters, kind of almost a banana pudding. So the vanilla and the almost banana, but not quite. Definitely got the astringency. I'm having trouble getting past the heat. This thing's really hitting me right in the mid palate, and it's kind of crushing any of the maybe the more subtle flavors. So I'm just getting like, you know, your standard bourbon profile, a little bit of baking spice, vanilla, and sugar and so forth. But I mean, I think I would generally like this, but not after having had the first one.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Kyle, our rookie, what are your thoughts here as you try the second one?
He can be easily persuaded because when somebody said banana, I got banana at that point.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much of this is like convincing
or searching and finding. Right. Yeah. How much of it is, okay, it's there, I must smell it too, versus, wait a minute, he found this. Oh, wait, there it is.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right. Because I don't know, on my first sip, I had any banana, but when somebody said it, I'll be darned.
Yeah.
I taste banana. So I taste this. It was interesting because I didn't get anything out of the nose on that. Yeah, I think you guys are all saying it was pretty mild, but when I tasted it, it was pretty powerful to the taste, and I got a lot of spice. So I found that very interesting.
Okay.
So I've liked both. Yeah.
That's a great description. All good notes there. And you're definitely on the right track. So, all right. Justine, we'll have you wrap this up before we go to C.
Thought I was going to get out of that one.
No. Keeping track.
Yeah, the finish, the warmth of the finish on this one was a lot longer for me. Like I literally still feel it in the middle of my chest. A was better, is more complex. I agree that B was very drying. Like it had a very dry mouthfeel. Like I kind of feel like I don't know if anybody played instruments in high school, but like, when you suck on a reed for an instrument, like that's what my mouth feels like. I've just been sucking on the reed for my saxophone that I played in high school. A was definitely more of like a buttery mouthfeel.
Okay.
So yeah. I mean, B's not bad, but
yeah. Well, go get that saxophone. You can play us out tonight when the event ends. That'd be nice.
I don't own one of those anymore.
Oh, we'll have to put that in the budget for next year for the ABV saxophone. Because you're on every event, you can end each event with a solo. That'd be nice. All right. Let's pour C, and let's get that one going.
Horizon.
Okay. All right. What are we thinking about the nose of this one?
Vanilla is really coming through on this one.
Vanilla, yeah.
Very sweet.
Little honey.
Honey?
Yeah.
Honey and vanilla.
Yeah. Honey and vanilla is good.
Has some of that spice that A has also.
Okay.
Definitely more olfactory than B, but I don't know that I noticed as much as A.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Right.
Closer to A for me.
A was explosive on the nose. It was really strong. B was light, and this one's somewhere in between.
That raw honey is really coming through.
Yeah.
A lot sweeter. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's give it a taste. This is where it all comes down to, the taste. Yeah, it kind of tastes like a hot toddy, like a honey and tea combo. Not heated up, of course, but
I can see that.
Kind of got that thing working there.
I could go there.
This is nice.
Has a little baked goods in there too, like a muffin or something.
Baking spices, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
A spicy coating to the mouth, the entire inside of the mouth. I like that. I like that. And it's dry.
That's good.
It does coat the mouth, and you get the spice then because it's viscous. it coats the tongue, then it keeps that spice on your tongue, and you get that feel in there. So yeah, I'm definitely getting that kind of. It's nice.
Not as velvety as A, but
right.
It's like it sticks to your mouth.
Yeah.
But it's not as drying as B.
Right, exactly.
It's like somewhere in between A and B.
I would agree.
Yeah. Yeah. B definitely had a drying component to it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's have everybody weigh in as we like to do here. Let's start this time with we'll start with Kyle. Kyle, we'll have you go first.
Hey, you can't do that because I got to cheat off everybody else.
No, this is why we're doing it. We're flipping the roles where you can't say someone convinced me. We're going to have you. Maybe we'll hop off you. I'll just say what Kyle said.
Queso with a little tortilla chip. That Taco Bell.
It was interesting. On the nose, I thought it was, someone said sweet, and I heard that. And then when I tasted, I did get some honey there. And, maybe that was the version of the sweetness that I had on the nose, but definitely honey. And then to use my new word I just learned, the finish was short. It was shorter than both A and B from my experience.
Yeah.
Very nice though.
Nice. Okay. Mr. Bill?
I like it real well.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone back and forth between B and C, and so I think I've blown out my palate, but I like it.
Okay. Okay. All right.
These are all 94, right?
All 94 proof. Yeah. They're exactly the same, all of them. So, all right. The legend, we'll ask you next. What are your thoughts on the taste of C?
Well, it is not as dry, which means it's sweeter than B. It's got a great mouthfeel.
Yeah.
And it's probably the most complex of the three.
Yeah. Okay. Let's jump down to Melissa and Quaid.
He's going this time.
Okay. Quaid, you're first, man.
It was funny. I was thinking actually A was a little bit more balanced than C. With C, I got a lot more of the sweetness and less of the pepper kick. So that's why I say it's a little less balanced. With A, you kind of got both. You got a little sweet first and then the peppery finish. This one was really a lot more just sweet. It was still really good. It was just a little less of the kick.
Okay.
Very thick mouthfeel. So,
all right. Melissa, how about you?
It's still hotter than water. Yes.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was less.
Okay.
Well, that's good. We'll just switch.
All right. All right. Rob?
How about you? I got the honey note that everybody else mentioned, but I'm also getting graham cracker, which is a little bit different. It's almost like graham cracker dipped in honey, and it's just it's just really sweet, and this is, I think, my favorite for the night.
Yeah, it's that's why I love bourbon. You don't get this in the other whiskeys of the world. This flavor profile here you won't find in your scotches, your Canadian whiskeys. It's just that's why I love it. I'm always a bourbon guy for sure. All right, Joel, what about you? What do you think of C here?
Number C is by far my favorite. It's balanced. It has the nose on it. The sweetness just hits the spot. The mildness of the pepper, definitely not overbearing. Doesn't make me want to swallow, make a funny face with it. This is about as smooth as it's going to get for me. So this one's got to be. Can I announce which one I think it is?
Oh, not yet, not yet.
Okay,
we'll get to that though. That's coming very soon. All right, Barry, how about you?
Well, I agree with everybody. I think what this one gives for me is it hits the sweet notes in the back of my tongue, on the side of my jaws, and that's what sticks with me. I do get a little bit longer finish, but it's kind of muted. it's very pleasant. This is a good drinker for me, and I'm really struggling now with where I'm going to rank them. But I'm definitely a fan. However, I am getting the sweetness in the mouth, and the finish is fairly long. So I'm kind of repeating myself, but it's delicious.
Okay. All right, Fred, how about you?
There's all three of them are basically the same, but I mean, but they're different. They're so different. I was going for A as the best one earlier because I like that. I'm gonna have to go back to it, but I like that velvety mouthfeel. But this C really has a nice spicy finish, long lasting finish, and it is kind of it's balanced. I didn't get as much of the flavor as I did in A.
Yeah. Okay. Jump up to Chris.
And they all have that classic bourbon taste, especially being in it.
Yeah. I think they hit the mark. Though I will say, if two are supposed to be blended to taste exactly the same, I don't think any two out of these three taste the same. I think they all three taste different. I think they're all good. It's just what's your ranking of the three. So yeah, we're drinking some good stuff tonight. So Chris, what do you think?
Similar to others, but I'm getting the sweetness on the initial sip, and then the peppery kind of in the back of the tongue, a little spicy. It's a nice finish. It's not nearly it's not as long and as dry as the second one.
Yeah.
Very well balanced in my opinion. It could be my favorite. It's definitely it's a good one for sure.
It's a good one. Okay. And Casey, did I have you weigh in on this? I don't want to skip anyone.
No.
Okay, good. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I would say that this one is almost kind of square in the middle between B and A in terms of, the sweetness, the mouthfeel, the heat, and the finish as well. So it's still a little giving me a little zing in terms of heat on the tongue, but I think that underneath that it's got a really great structure.
Okay. All right. Well, before we begin kind of picking, I do want to go back through and go through all one time again. We'll kind of just pick them up, not a long in depth where we'll have everyone weigh in like we did the first round, but let's go all the way back to A, start over and just kind of nose and taste and see if there's anything else we want to add to the equation, because they do evolve a little bit as they're sitting there.
I'm not sure I like this one as much as I did the first time.
Okay.
I don't know if it's because I have others to compare it to, or
yeah, I mean, that can be
it just because the air getting to it changed it.
The nose is still there on it. It's still just by far stronger than the other two.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of caramel and vanilla on this.
Yeah, it's a big caramel bomb for sure. All right, let's give it a taste and
yeah.
Kind of getting that dryness a little bit that B had on this one now.
Yeah. And there's a little bit of the drying there for sure. Okay. Anything else anybody wants to add to this one before we move on to B?
It's almost like it didn't, the pepper and the spice kicked up a little bit more this time around. I guess it's because I just tasted something that sweet, just hit my palate just right. Yeah.
So when you make that jump from the sweet to this, and then it's kind of like, whoa, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yep.
That definitely feels a little bit spicier than the first time we ran through. Okay, let's pick up B.
No.
Drinking. All right. What do we got going on with B? I'm kind of still sticking with them. When I said those Nilla wafers, I think it's there. For me, it is anyway. Lighter on the nose for sure.
Yeah.
But that's what I get. All right, let's taste it.
Still good.
Yeah, it's good. Gives you a little sweetness right at the tip of your tongue when you start to drink it, but then it kind of yields to a little bit of more of that spice at the back, and then kind of like I said, gets that little bit of a drying thing going on at the back.
Yeah, the sound, the taste buds. The other ones kind of hit the sides. This one is like straight down. Like it's all limited to just the front.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's still a little too hot for me.
I'm getting a little bit of like cinnamon Danish.
Yeah. Bill, I see what you're saying too, because yeah, that spiciness does have a little bit of a cinnamon-esque-ness to it. And there is that baked goods kind of like the smells of a bakery kind of comes through in the taste here. It tastes like what that smells when you walk into a bakery. Kind of that combination of a lot of different baked goods going at once. I don't know that anything specifically stands out for me, but I agree with you, Bill. Anything else anybody wants to add to this one? Okay. Let's move on to C. My old friend C here. I like a orange creamy on the nose a little bit. Taste. Any final thoughts on C?
It doesn't seem to be quite as sweet as I remember. It seems like the pepper's kicked up a little bit.
Pepper's kicked up a little bit with a little air on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's a nice spicy finish. Like it.
I feel like it's warmer. It gives you a longer hug than it did the first time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it better than I did.
You like it better the second time through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still feeling the hug from the from sample A. It's kind of carrying over because this one definitely didn't taste this way the first time around. C didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's opened up some, it seems like.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. What we want to do next, I'm going to give you guys just a couple minutes. You're basically creating two lists here. The first one is you're going to rank them your favorites. So, you know, A is number 1, B is number 2, C is number 3. But whatever order you want it to be in, you're going to give me that list on how you like them. So that has nothing to do with what you think with the 12 and all that is. It's just your personal preference, 1, 2, and 3. And then the second list, you're going to try to guess which one's, you know, the barrel pick, which one's the non-age stated, which one's the age stated, that type of thing. And then we'll see, you know, how many people can get that right. So it's a 2-part question that I'll be asking you, but I give you a couple minutes to work on that, and then we'll do that.
Yeah, these were not blended to taste the same.
No, and if it was, they failed. I want to bring their blender in and say, okay, two out of 3 of these are supposed to taste exactly alike,
and they don't.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I enjoyed all 3.
Yes, I do not dislike them.
I wouldn't kick any of them to bed.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. If that's how way you describe bourbon, I wouldn't kick it out of bed, but okay. Okay, Rick, if that's your thing.
Hey, some people like drinking bourbon in bed. I mean, what are you gonna say?
Yeah, there you go. Well,
in those days or those nights.
Yeah. You ever wake up in the morning, you got like the full glass of bourbon? I was like, shit, why didn't I drink that? Maybe it's probably a good thing I didn't drink that. So
that's alcohol abuse.
Yeah. It happens though. It happens. I don't know. Yeah. Usually I'm getting in trouble too that next day for something I did. So
I've gotten up, you know, in the morning and walk through to the kitchen to make coffee, and there's still something left in a Glencairn.
You don't save it, just pour it in the coffee. Yeah, that's what you should do. Bourbon does go good in coffee. No,
especially bourbon cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that residual smell in the Glencairn in the morning is like the best thing ever.
It is.
I mean,
Yeah.
once I taste it, just that smell just wakes me up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
So I will take my empty glasses into the kitchen and leave them on the counter. And the next morning, I'll grab me a fresh glass, fill up with water, and start my day. But if I see it, one of my Glencairn sitting out, I will nose it, and it's like, oh hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. All right. Does anybody need any more time? Your list okay? Okay. So what I'm going to do, I switch over on my laptop here to a spreadsheet. What that means is I can hear you, you can talk to me, but I can't see you. So if you're trying to motion, hey, I can't see that. Or if you're sending a message through chat, I can't see that. I've got a spreadsheet open. So I always like to say that because some people send me a direct message or whatever and wonder why I'm not responding. So that's because I've got a spreadsheet pulled up. So here's what we're going to do, Melissa. We're going to be starting with you. Again, it's A, B, and C. I need you to list me what your favorite is, what your second favorite and third favorite. Again, this is by taste first. No sort of guess as to what is what.
A is number 1.
Okay.
C is number 2.
Okay.
And B is number 3.
Okay. Right. And what do you think is the 12-year-old product, A, B, or C?
One's 12-year-old, one's a blend.
Yeah, one's a blend and one's a barrel pick.
Then one's
I'm going to say A.
A is 12, you're saying, okay. Which one do you think is the barrel pick?
I'm going to go with B.
B, okay.
Because it tastes the most different.
Okay, and of course that means your non-age stated is C by default. Even I can figure that out. All right. Quaid, we're going to have you go next. Again, same exercise. The first one I want to your ranking in terms of your favorite to drink.
Copy and paste. It's the same. So A is first.
Okay.
B is second, and B was the third.
Okay.
And I think B is the special blend, and then A is the 12-year-old.
Yeah. She said A is 12, C is non-age stated. Okay.
Slightly.
Right.
I think A is the 12-year-old. So I think a little bit different.
Well, that's what she said. That's what she said.
Okay.
Yeah. So I literally copied and pasted.
Copy and paste. Yep.
All right. So Rob, you're next.
C-A-B.
Okay. Hold on one second. C-A-B. B. Okay. And then what do you think is the non-age stated?
I'm hoping it's A.
Okay. All right. And what do you think is the 12-year-old?
I'm hoping it's B.
Okay. And that means the barrel pick is C again. By de facto there. Casey, you're next.
Okay, so I'm going to say my favorite was A, my second favorite was C, and my third favorite was B.
Okay.
I believe that the age stated was A, the non-age stated was B, and the barrel pick was C.
Okay. All right. Joel, you're next.
Okay. My favorite was C.
Okay.
Followed by B.
Okay.
Then A.
And A. Okay.
The 12-year is definitely A.
Okay.
B is the blended. And
Okay.
C is the barrel pick.
C is the barrel pick. Okay. All right, Fred, you're next.
A, C, and B.
A, C, B. Okay.
And I think the C might be the 12-year-old, and A, the barrel pick.
A, the barrel pick, and that would leave B as the non-age stated. Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, you are next.
I'm going A,
Okay.
C, B,
B, C. Okay.
and I'm going to say the 12 years A.
Okay.
Barrel pick is B,
Okay.
in the non-C.
C. Okay. All right, Kyle.
Quick question first. Have you ever had anybody get all 6 answers wrong like Chris just did? Ever happened before?
No, that's a first. That's
okay.
a first in our virtual bourbon history right there.
Okay.
So. It's a historic moment.
There are no wrong answers.
I liked C the best.
Okay.
First place, second place B, third place A.
Okay.
And then for the 12-year, I had that at B, the blended at C, and the barrel pick at A.
A. Okay. All right. Next up is Bill Lewis.
Copy and paste Joel's exactly, because that's the 100% the way out.
Okay. I can do that. I have that technology. All right. That's easy. Okay. Rick Brenner, you're next.
Okay. I'm going to go CAB as far as my liking.
CAB. Okay.
And I think A is the barrel pick, B is the non-age statement, and C is the 12-year.
B and C is the 12-year. Okay. All right. Justine, you're next.
I am going to go with CAB.
CAB. Okay.
I think C is the barrel pick.
C is the barrel pick. Okay.
A is the 12-year.
Okay.
And then B is the other one.
That leaves B the non-age stated. Okay. All right. This is very interesting indeed. This is cool. This is really cool. So, all right. Come back live here and go to the back of the spreadsheet in a second. So, very exciting stuff. I think that this was definitely a good time, and I'm not going to tell you guys the answers. No, I'm going to absolutely. that would be terrible, right? The guy, all of a sudden his internet goes down. He's gone. No, so this is cool, and thank you guys for doing this. I think this is. Did I get everybody? I didn't miss anybody, did I? Oh, Barry. Yeah, oh, yeah. I took Barry. I had taken you off because you had said, yeah. I apologize, Barry. I had done this before we did it, so good. Barry,
it's all good.
I'm adding you in here. We haven't done anything. Okay, nothing's been announced, so it's still good. All right.
All right. So, Rick and Justine and Bill and Joel. CAB is my favorite. All right. So, yeah, CAB.
CAB. Okay.
And then the what I believe is the same as Rick and Justine, which is I think C is the 12-year, A is the barrel pick, and B is the 2020, the small batch.
C 12-year, B is the barrel pick, and then the small batch is C. Okay.
Yeah.
Or no, is A. You're saying. Okay. Okay, that's not what Justine said, though, right? Or
I don't remember what I said now.
Well, I said.
Yeah, what Rick said.
What Rick said. Okay. Yes.
And Justine, I think.
No.
I think one of us were different, but
yes,
I don't remember.
Yeah. Joel, Bill, and Justine said the same thing on the.
Okay.
I thought you were about to say we won.
No, yeah. It's a new car. No. But yeah, you said the same thing as Rick though. So, but Rick was different. So, what do you guys want to hear first? What do you want to hear? What the favorites are, or do you want to hear favorites?
Yeah,
okay.
do favorites first.
Favorites. So, here is the favorites based on the group, and I can tell you without telling you what's what. Again, I'm just going to give you what's the favorite of the group tonight was C. C was the favorite. And then with 30 points. So we do a kind of a reverse scoring system. So if you give it a 1, it's your favorite, it's your first one that you vote for, that gets 3 points. If it's 2, it gets 2 points. If you give it third place, it gets 1 point. So that got 30 points for C. A got 26 points and B got 16 points. Okay. Now, Now it comes down to what is what. What is what? I will say this, Barry, you looked over someone's shoulder and copied. You thought you were copying off Justine, but you copied off of Rick Brenner. You should have copied off Justine.
Oh.
Because Justine, Joel said it first. So he was the first one to come up with this. And then Bill just mirrored it. That is correct. A is our age stated. B is our non-age stated. And C is my barrel pick, the favorite of the night. Steve Akley Pallet wins. I feel pretty good about that.
And we all win new cars.
Yes.
Okay, truck.
You get a free bottle of his barrel pick.
Please. We want the barrel pick.
The barrel pick, yes, that would be good. It's long gone though. I've had this.
Oh, come on.
So I apologize. It's gone.
Boo.
Yeah, but it's fun. Yeah, but I like when my barrel picks win, stuff like that. That's cool. So we have an event where I'm comparing my barrel picks to the regular store shelves, and this is a precursor of how that's going to go. I feel so. Yeah, that's cool. So. Yeah, the barrel picks are fun, and trying to pick something off profile. That's what you're looking to do. So there should be one that definitely doesn't taste like the other two, and that one definitely did not. It sweeter and those type of things. A and B, according to Elijah Craig or Heaven Hill, depending on how you look at it, they tell us those should taste exactly alike. So again, neither is bad. They're both good, but they don't taste alike.
And which two, Steve? Which two should taste alike? You said
A and B, according to because they're blending it to a flavor profile. So that's what they're saying. So there was an age statement on there, and then they take it off, but they're like, don't worry, we can still blend by using the right amount of barrels and that to get the exact same flavor that you're used to. So people are worried when you take off that age statement. This has had 12 years on it forever. When you take that off, is it going to taste different? And they're like, no, don't worry, it's going to taste exactly alike. We can blend it where it's the same. So
that's one of the things that I enjoy about bourbon in general, and then the Neely's specifically, is nothing tastes the same from one batch to the next. I enjoy that.
Right.
I don't want my bourbon to taste the same.
Yeah.
Unless it's Old Crow or.
Yeah, those big brands, Jim Beam White Label. I mean, there's some consistency that you're looking for in those. But yeah, I like the single barrel stuff. So I think it's good to find something different each time, and you gain an appreciation for it. Then there's also that feeling too of, as you drink that, that's the only time you're ever going to have that barrel. That's it. That when that goes away, and that's just part of it. So, but I like that. It's one of the neat aspects of bourbon. So yeah,
that's what Blanton's is all about.
Yeah. Single barrels. So yeah, this was interesting. If you had to look at what A versus B, I mean, A far outperformed B 26-16. B got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 votes for last place. So again, and I don't know that it tastes exactly like how it should. So
yeah, and I went off of my biggest thing was the nose.
Mm-hmm.
But A was the nose on it was further apart from C.
Yeah.
And B was a lot more complex. So I figured, okay.
Yep. Yeah.
So what did I text you before we tasted anything, Steve?
The chat mean the direct message?
Yeah.
The nose of C is different, you said.
Yeah.
Which, barrel pick, it should be different. So yeah. So that's interesting stuff.
So I went to copy, and that was my own opinion.
Yeah, you were right. You were right. Yeah, but that's cool. So very good. Well, I'm officially going to wrap up the meeting part again. This is taped and recorded for people that can't be on. So we'll say goodbye to them. I am going to stick around if you want to talk, chat about the tonight's meeting or anything else going on in bourbon. We certainly can do that. So thanks a lot, gang.
Thanks, man.